I tried so hard not to get sick this week. But instead of making sure I had a cup of water in my hand at all times, eating actual food at regular intervals, and napping in between activities, I snacked on dill pickle chips, drank wine, and ate a handful of chocolate-covered espresso beans every time I went back to my room so I could avoid napping altogether. Why? Because I didn't want to be labeled the sick girl.
Last time I was at one of these events, I ate not one, but 2 bowls of clam chowder from a random restaurant on the side of the road, and I spent the entire weekend throwing up my guts because I had food poisoning.
At the time of my arrival this week, a couple of harmless jokes were made which reminded me not only to stay away from clam chowder at all costs, but to also do anything in my power to run as far away from the label of sick girl as possible. In my efforts to do that, though, I got sick. I'm more nauseous at the fact that I care so much about what other people label me as. In a world full of opinions, shouldn't the one I have of myself be enough? Is our identity who we say we are, or who others perceive us to be?
I think you can't control how other people perceive you, but you can influence that. And ultimately, what really matters is how you perceive yourself and how you carry yourself in that aspect.
I was having a conversation with my pastor, and he said that many people nowadays are attaching their identity to things, but all that can be taken away from you. So you have to attach your identity to something that's bigger than you, and in that situation, for me, that's God.
Our identity is what others perceive us to be, and the reason why is because we're so damn hard on ourselves. We believe we're so much less than what we actually are.
Identity overall is a weird term because it's pretty fluid. Inevitably, both of those identities are influenced by the other. I honestly just don't even like the word identity anymore.
I mean, it's both, but I think the more important one is the one that you think you are.
Maybe we're all of it and none of it at all. Not in a way that likens us to dust, but in a way that allows us to add and subtract pieces to the mosaic of who we are as we see fit. And as we do, other people's perceptions of us change too, depending on what configuration of our mosaic they meet. The beautiful thing about mosaics is that it's not just about one piece. It's both about how the artist puts all those pieces together and how others interpret those parts to be. So maybe today I am the sick girl, but tomorrow I'll reshape my fragments, and in their new configuration, you'll see me as something completely different.